What's good, y'all? For today's video, I want to share my experience with the dopamine detox in month 2 and month 3. I'm condensing it into one video just because it kind of leveled out. It was the same in terms of the experience, in terms of the benefits. So without further ado, let's get right into it. If I look down at any point, it's because I'm reading this. If I sound weird, I'm detoxing. All right, so I don't feel the best right now, so just bear with me, all right? But to simplify this, these are the things that stood out to me the most. Some of these will have been mentioned in the 1 month update, but these are the ones that stood out to me the most at the end. These are the ones that stood out the most. Okay, the first one is your sleep stabilizes. Very easy to set a sleeping schedule. Very easy to go to sleep on time. Very easy to get very deep quality sleep because you're not really on electronics. Like, you ever heard that thing where they tell you, 2 hours, cut off all electronics and then just kind of wind down before bed? Yeah, imagine cutting off all electronics 4 to 6 hours before. It's crazy. You get to the point where it's like your body just naturally wants to go into this circadian rhythm, this natural rhythm that I think everyone's body is trying to go to, but it's being interfered with. It's being blocked by the things that we do at nighttime that aren't really natural, if you think about it. Watching TV, being on our phones, listening to music, doing all this crazy stuff. All right. So sleep, very easy to get stable sleep. Sleeping schedule, all that stuff. And no alarm needed. Obviously, if you're going to sleep at a certain time all the time, you're gonna be waking up at a certain time all the time. All right. The second thing is a stable mood. And I think that that's highly because of the sleep. Being able to sleep for X amount of time and get that deep quality sleep and always be hitting that deep quality sleep, like, that has a huge effect on your mental state of health. And your mental state of health is your mood. That's your mood. That's how you feel. And I notice that when I'm on the dopamine detox versus when I'm not on the dopamine detox, or just more so this lifestyle, right? Because the reason I say this is from what I felt before and what I felt after. Because after the 3 months, I got my surgery, wasn't really able to train or do much work. So I obviously was watching, movies and just doing all the stuff that I wasn't doing on the dopamine detox. And man, your mood changes, your mental health changes when you are doing this way of living, this dopamine detox lifestyle. Because I go as far as to say it's because you're just simplifying your life. Like, you're just simplifying the things that are stimulating you and, let's say, releasing dopamine. Right? Like, if you're constantly getting these bursts of dopamine throughout your day, you kind of become addicted to it. So, like, if you don't understand what I'm saying, like, just try to go a day without your phone, and you'll notice, like, for some reason, it's like you'll be drawn to go to your phone. You'll be drawn to, like, do it, and for no reason at all. Like, you have no reason. You're not trying to hit anyone up. No one's messaging you. No one's calling you. You don't have to check anything. You just feel drawn to go and check your phone for some reason, because you turning that phone on is automatically giving you a burst of dopamine, a hit of dopamine. All right, and once you eliminate that, and then you're just getting dopamine naturally from all the things in your real life, like going out in nature, talking with people, pursuing something that you're passionate about, something that is your purpose. Like, these things will do it more for you than these other little things that release dopamine. All right, so again, stable mood. I feel like it's a huge result of the stable sleep. But number 3 is your internal motivation, internal discipline. Like I said in the other videos, we always say that we have issues with this. You know, I'm one of those people. I just slammed the microphone there, my bad. I'm one of those people that was always trying to get motivation externally, always trying to motivate myself internally. Throughout the earlier years of my life, I'm not that old, but throughout the earlier years of my life, definitely lacked discipline. And even as I got to where I'm at now, 26 years old, I still didn't have that discipline, or at least I didn't have the discipline that I wanted. You know, I felt like I should have more discipline and I should get things done at a much better rate than what I do now. And, being on it, cutting out movies, cutting out just entertainment in general, like video games, music, even researching things. Like, I had a real bad habit of researching things. I talked about this in the other videos, but cutting these things out just like allowed me to want to do these things, because you get the dopamine from what it is that you're doing. Like, if you're training, like whether it be bodybuilding, calisthenics, gymnastics, breakdancing, martial arts, whatever it is you're training, like that releases dopamine. Everything releases dopamine to an extent, so there's no real way that you can do a dopamine fast unless you were pretty much, not alive anymore. I've already spoken about all these things, but I'm saying that once you live this lifestyle, dude, you have the motivation and drive. You have the discipline. Like, it's not a matter of like, oh, I have to do this. I have to make myself do this. You want to do it. That's what I experienced. And it didn't change at all. Like, second month, third month, that shit stayed. All right. Again, my bad. Body's detoxing. But there's two things here. The last two things that to me were the biggest of them all. And I'm going to be honest, y'all, like having that sleep, that deep quality sleep, having my mood be better, having that internal drive and the discipline, like these are all amazing things. And like, these are things that I wanted to get from it, because I wanted to devote myself to my training to become a professional fighter. But what really did it for me were these last two things. All right, the second to last one is that it simplifies everything. All right, it makes you ridiculously present. It's super easy to be present when you're dopamine detoxing, because a lot of times when we live our life, when we are just consumed with everything that we do on a day-to-day basis, using our phone, using media, using entertainment, constantly listening to music, constantly having something stimulate us, for lack of better words, you actually encourage the behavior of not being present. Because being present is all about being here with whatever it is that's going on. If you feel discomfort, being present is being able to be there with that discomfort. Right? If you feel discomfort and then you try to think about something else, and you try to listen to music, you try to watch movies, you try to do these things so you don't feel that discomfort, it doesn't make the discomfort go away. It just makes you escape the discomfort, and it encourages this behavior. And then you begin to act this way unconsciously whenever, even if you don't feel bad. Like, let's say you feel good, but you're just bored, right? You don't have anything to do. Your mind will literally try to distract you with all these different thoughts, or just try to make you do something where you're not bored anymore, right? But that boredom is like, that's the key to the presence. Like, if you want to be present, and I'm telling you guys, like, being present is where the magic happens. Being present is where real life happens. Like if you want to make a change in your life, if you want to really experience life, it all happens here in the present. It doesn't happen in your mind, it doesn't happen in the past, it doesn't happen in the future. It happens right now. And being on a dopamine detox lifestyle makes it hella easy to be in the present. That's what I noticed. And anyone who does it, they'll notice that too. All right. And then the last thing, because it makes you more easily be able to be in the present, dude, you enjoy not just the company of other people so much more, but your own company. And to me, this was the biggest thing that I noticed about dopamine detoxing lifestyle. And it's the biggest reason, it's the one thing that like I'll always go back, or I'll always live this lifestyle, because it allowed me to enjoy my own company aside from enjoying other people's company. Before, I would spend time with myself, and at first I didn't know what it meant. I thought it just meant to like, oh, let me watch some anime, let me watch some TV, let me play some video games, let me go for a run, let me exercise by myself. I thought that was spending time with myself. But like, as time progressed, I realized, okay, I guess it's meditation. I guess it's being able to be with my thoughts. And I used to do this for a while, but I never really got to the point where I enjoyed my own company. I was there with my thoughts. I was there, like, experiencing it, and whether I was just trying to be all right with it or not, I was just there. And it wasn't until I cut everything out that I would just catch myself thinking about something, and then I would literally just start laughing my ass off at something that I thought. And I had no care in the world whether someone was next to me or not. Just the fact that I had this dumbass thought run across my head that made me laugh my ass off, like, it made me truly enjoy my own company, where it's like I'd be in the shower and I'd actually look forward to just spending time with myself, or with my thoughts, I guess you could say. And, you know, sometimes there would be no thoughts. Sometimes I would be just fully present. But even when I was just paying attention to my thoughts, I'm still present at that moment. But that is the biggest thing that I've realized, or not realized, but that I've experienced with the dopamine detox, is that you really enjoy your own company. You enjoy the company of others for sure. But with yourself, like, I'm talking about, you really enjoy your company. Like, I could sit down and I could have the time of my life doing nothing. I could go for a run, and it's like I'm going for a run with my best friend. That's the best way I can put it. Like, if you have a best friend, and when you're with them, it's nothing but good vibes, like, you're always enjoying yourself. Like, imagine if that was you. Like, imagine if you always had that with you at all times, which you do. You always have you with you, or your mind with you. Imagine if that was your best friend. Imagine if you were enjoying this company all the damn time. And like, something that made me just really, I guess, just wake up once I felt this, is that, like, if you don't enjoy your own company, like, damn, you're in bad company. And when you don't enjoy your own company, you're always trying to run away from yourself. You're always trying to escape what you feel, what you're thinking, and all this shit. And it's like, if you're doing that, then it would make sense if you were needy. It would make sense if you had a lack of presence. It would make sense if you had anger issues, if you were depressed, or if you were feeling any of these things, because all these things come when you're disconnected from yourself, or when you're not really enjoying yourself, when you're running away from yourself, when you're running away from the present moment. All right, I'm not gonna get too further into all this, because I feel like I'm just kind of going off here, but these are the things, y'all. These are the things that I noticed with the dopamine detox. Like I said, I did it for 3 months. Once I got my surgery, I had to cut it off because I couldn't really do anything. But definitely, it's been a little over 2 months that I've been off the surgery. And the moment that I could, I started the dopamine detox lifestyle again. I guess the last thing I want to say is that if you're thinking about doing this, understand that it's just about changing your life. It's not about cutting everything out. Like, you can do that. You can cut everything out for like maybe a few days or a week. But like towards the end, towards the second and third month, like I use my phone for what I needed to. You know, like if I needed to respond to my family or my friends, or if I needed to use electronics for my work or for research purposes in terms of fighting, learning new things, new moves, new techniques, new drills, stuff like that. If I had to use it, I used it. But other than that, I wasn't using my phone. So it's just a matter of creating a lifestyle that you want, right? It's not about living a lifestyle that's created for you. It's about living a lifestyle that you create. So it's like you gotta ask yourself, what do you want? I asked myself what I wanted. I want to be a professional fighter. I want to experience this life the way that I want to experience. Okay, what do I have to do in order to make that happen? What does this lifestyle entail? How can I best get to this point? All right, well, a lot of entertainment usage is not going to help me. So let me cut that out. It doesn't mean that I don't watch movies. It doesn't mean that I don't watch anime. I don't play video games. I just rarely do it. I do it like once in a blue moon if I'm with a friend or if I'm with the family. It doesn't mean I don't listen to music. It just means that I listen to music when I want to, not all the damn time. That's something I used to do before. I used to listen to music all the fucking time. And you don't realize how much that actually affects you. Anyways, just about figuring out what you want in your life, changing your life accordingly, simplifying it, and then just going with that. All right, the benefits will come, but even more so, you're going to be living the life that you want to live. All right, that's all I have for you guys. I do hope it helps. All right, I really do hope it helps because it has been a game changer for me, and it's something that I'll be doing for the rest of my life. It is a lifestyle, and it's one hell of a lifestyle. All right. So with that being said, remember, y'all, that the time is now.